Nikki Steadman is the owner of Loci Solutions, a company that specialises in helping businesses find effective and practical solutions to their property management, accounting and reporting systems. Nikki, welcome to In Her Shoes.
Thanks, Suzi.
Thank you for joining us. Your expertise has been in the areas of system support and best practice, and that's obviously what you offer your customers. For any business wanting to be successful, why are those two areas of business important?
Sure. I think best practice is quite obvious. You want to stay on top of your game. You want to make sure that you're complying with legislative requirements if necessary, that kind of thing. So best practice is certainly an area that's very, very important. And with support, all clients want the best, obviously, support that they can get on their products. They're looking for partners to really hold their hands through the process, and we found that the support area was something that opened up to us very easily because vendors, software vendors, don't necessarily provide that hand-holding service, so it was an obvious gap, I think, in the market. I don't think it's unique to the property industry or technology industry, but certainly support's something that is very, very relevant.
And perhaps not always considered an important part of dealing with your clients is having a structured way of supporting them.
Correct, yeah. I think a lot of people overlook how important it is. Clients don't expect you to have the right answer every time, first time. What they expect and what they need is for somebody to answer the phone, for somebody to respond to their emails, for somebody just to make sure that they're always in touch so that they know they're not being forgotten. And that's something that we focus on.
Great. You have a large market share with your software programs and you're in a very niche market. Did you set out to develop a niche business?
I think we certainly are in a niche market, and once we realised that within the niche area that we operate there were very obvious gaps, it made perfect sense to go down the path of making sure that we could fulfil those gaps. So yeah, I guess it was intentional to stay within that. It is intentional to stay within our small niche area and to consistently make sure that we stay up to date with what's happening so that we can best serve our clients.
I am a big fan of niche businesses. I think in this day and age that really being specific about who your audience is important. But do you feel there are any risks with being a niche business?
Sure, definitely. I mean, one of the positives is that we can easily identify our target market, our audience. We know who our customer base is and it's really definable, so that makes it great. But the risks are certainly that because it is so small, if there's a market downturn, it generally affects everybody. And that certainly has the potential to greatly affect us. We've been very lucky to date with the GFC. It really had no negative impact at all on Loci. We found that as clients were reducing headcounts, they were very, very willing and open to outsource and obviously build up their software systems to reduce the need to increase that headcount at a later stage. So,
Now, in your niche, you work in two industries, real estate and technology, both of which have traditionally been and probably continue to be quite male-dominated. What impact has, if any, your gender had on you building this business?
Sure. Yeah, they are male-dominated industries. I think particularly property has that real stigma associated with it. I've got to honestly say that for me it hasn't had an impact.
Right.
I've been in this industry about 15 years, so I guess I've kind of grown up in it, I've developed in it. And for me, I don't see a differentiation between men and women. I just see people that I need to do business with.
Great.
It's simply, it's that simple. And I think because I don't get involved in that stereotype or in that area of concern, I don't project that onto my clients, and therefore it doesn't seem to reflect back on me. So I'd have to say that I haven't had any negative impact from that. But I have spoken to a lot of other women that have come into the industry from external areas and or into the industry from external countries, from overseas, and they have felt that it's certainly heavily male-dominated. I'm very lucky, I guess, that has affected me. Yeah.
One of the things we're seeing a little bit more of is women entering technology. Probably not in the numbers that I think they should be, just based on where the future of business is. What would you say in support of women getting into technology businesses?
absolutely go for it. I mean, there's no turning back now. Certainly, you know, this is an area that's increasing in demand. I think women in technology is a wonderful thing, and I think that our attitude is, you know, certainly very beneficial to us going into that area. We seem to go into it with a very service-orientated, very customer-focused feel, and it seems to serve us very well. There's also a lot of networking groups now, support groups available for women in technology, so I would say definitely reach out to those and utilise
And
them.
I know one of those is actually called, I think, Women in Technology,
Women in IT,
and they're a
yeah,
great
that's
support
right.
for women looking
Yep.
to go into that field.
Absolutely.
Your clients are very large corporations, and you're a small business.
Yes.
So what are some of the keys to having those corporate doors open up to you if you're a small business?
Yeah, it's all about networking, network. And I guess the way that I look at it as well, I think a lot of people can be intimidated by big business. The people that are working in those big businesses are just the same as the people working in the small businesses. And if you look at it like that, I think it's great. What I'm finding is that bigger businesses, particularly in the market at the moment, are very, very willing to give small business a go. We tend to be more tactile, and we can react and respond to their requirements. Big businesses, obviously, decisions can take a lot longer to turn around, and so I think that they're looking to us, to smaller businesses, to assist them, enabling them to get faster results.
So networking, anything else you would say?
Just don't be afraid, don't be intimidated. And keep knocking on those doors.
We'd like to leave the viewers with a few tips that from your career and business success you would give as advice to those looking to grow a business.
Sure. Well, there's many, but I would say that probably number one, just don't give up. If you feel in your, deep down in your belly that you're doing something that's going to have a positive outcome, and you truly, truly believe in it, just do not give up. You will get rejections, you will hit hard spots, but just keep going. If you're passionate, just keep going. And probably lastly, and very importantly, and I think this is overlooked, by most people, I certainly struggle with it, but that's to maintain a good work-life balance. It's very easy to get completely consumed with what's going on in your business, and it's important to step back from that and have something else that can give to you, what you're giving out, I guess, to your business.
Thank you for that great advice, and thank you, Nikki, for joining us.
Thank you.